Hello, everybody. My name is Oscar Cartagena, and I am a sports informations intern as well as part of the Penn State Harrisburg men's soccer team. And today I'm accompanied by Dominique. Dominique, how are you? Tell us about yourself.
I'm good. How are you? Doing all right with
Yeah.
everything that's going on.
So, Dominique, tell us about what sport you play and what's your major.
I am a senior member of the women's softball team, and I'm majoring in civil engineering.
And after all these circumstances with COVID-19, tell us, where are you right now and how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's kind of, a crazy situation for everybody. Everyone has their story, but I'm currently in my apartment next to campus, so not on campus. There's like nobody here. It's like a ghost town around here, but I'm slowly going to make my way, home to my parents and my family, as long as I'm safe and healthy, just taking that time to self-quarantine.
So tell us, why did you choose to stay at school right now? Is there a reason why you're quarantined before you go back home?
Yeah, I think just taking like the advice of professionals during this time. I don't want to definitely bring anything in my household into to my parents back home who are older. I'm the younger, one of the younger of four siblings, so I have kind of older parents. I don't want them to get anything from me from school and from traveling from spring break. So I'm just trying to make sure I take the 2 weeks to stay healthy before I head down to them.
That's awesome, taking all the advice from medical professionals. And I want to lead towards a question where were you when you found out that your season, your final season and as a senior was suspended?
We found out that the 2 weeks of spring break were going to kind of be extended or have those online classes for 2 weeks during our last game at Myrtle Beach
Oh,
for our spring break trip. So I think we got the text during the game and then actually didn't find out until our coaches told us in our post-game huddle. And then the next day, the NCAA had released that they were going to be, canceling the championships.
mhm. And as a senior right now, knowing that you won't be able to play your senior season, although the NCAA did state that you could still receive a year of eligibility, what do you think? Do you think that you still want to play, or what are your plans after this?
Personally, everything's kind of up in the air right now, and there's a lot of uncertainty with where I was going. I had plans for grad school. I know a couple other girls on the team, seniors had plans for grad school and jobs lined up and things. So I'm not really sure if I will be able to make that fit financially and also academically. I definitely want to graduate, this spring. So I'm not exactly sure if I will be continuing school or how long this is going to go on for, and if that's even going to be a possibility, or maybe returning here would be a possibility. Not quite sure yet.
Mhm, mhm. And I'm 100% sure that there are a variety of student athletes all over the nation who are going through the same example, even though some student athletes may be going through this as freshmen, sophomores, or juniors. In a way, they are as well losing a year of eligibility. So it's understandable. And that is where I want to lead towards all this preparation for the season that you have your opportunity to play, to finally debut in the NEAC conference. Tell us about that preparation that you had with your fellow classmates.
I think like for our team, especially this year, having a brand new coaching staff, a new routine, a new preseason, and being in the new conference, everything felt so fresh and exciting to all of us. Like we spent months and months. We have the longest preseason, to prepare. So, and watching all the other sports get to experience their triumphs, it kind of was like almost our turn. That's kind of how we feel, and we're just sitting back and lifting, conditioning, practicing. So it definitely is like heartbreaking.
That is extremely understandable. And what were the team's expectations leading into the NEAC? What did you guys feel like you could fulfill?
I think, like any team here at Penn State Harrisburg, we definitely were going right for for greatness. Like we knew that, you know, a conference championship was attainable. That was our goal. And I think that we definitely had the potential to achieve that. Just like the teams have before, the men's soccer team, basketball, you know, I think everyone's feeding off of that here on campus, and we had that goal set like from the get-go all the way.
It's very heart feeling that a lot of the seniors for a variety of sports, especially softball, that you won't be able to play this season. What message would you send to all your seniors on your team and a bunch of student athletes in the nation who are actually going through this exact same thing? What would you say to everyone to get through this?
I would say to my seniors and those that I know personally on my team, just that, like, if you need anything, like, everybody's going through this together and we're here for you. Lean on your teammates and your coaches and your family, you know, for whatever you need to get through this. But in general, like, everybody has a story to tell around this. I'm just one of them. And I think as athletes, we all kind of are maybe uniquely built to deal with this, you know, because we overcome adversity and have dealt with loss more than everybody else, you know, who has a unique perspective on, you know, how this is affecting their life. So I would just say that, like, we're all in it together, and, you know, just lean on the people that you have to help, and we'll get through it.
Definitely, definitely.
It's heartbreaking and it's devastating to think about. Kind of feels unreal still. I think a lot of people, from what I've seen in the interviews, have that, like, feeling, but, like, we're all in it together.
Definitely, definitely. And I've been ending multiple interviews by asking, you know, what final messages would you say to the community, to the student athletes? But I want to end towards in a different route, you know,
Hmm.
looking towards the final light of the tunnel. Where do you see the program headed? And do you think, excuse me, do you think society will come back to normal sooner than later?
Um, as far as society, I'm not sure. I think, like, this is, and maybe people can take comfort in the fact that this is like a world kind of crisis going on around us. So, um, I'm sure it's going to take time for society and everything to rebound from this, even as the disease starts to, you know, come under control. It will take time. But as far as our softball program here, I feel like everyone just needs to watch out, because this year really would have been, like, I think, a big pivotal year for the program to take a major leap in the NEAC. And I think there's only, like, great things to come for the next years. I mean, it's competitive. The coaching staff is competitive, and, you know, so the team has been feeding off of that. It's been, you know, they're definitely going to be great. Whether I can, you know, hopefully join again, maybe not, with or without, you know, the future is definitely bright.
Well, thank you so much, Dominique. On behalf of the Penn State Harrisburg men's soccer team and Penn State Harrisburg Athletics, we'd like to thank you for your time for this interview and definitely letting out all your opinions and emotions based on the circumstances. In the end, we're all going through this together. And most of all, please come back to the community when you can. Come to the games. If not, we'd love to have you back as a student athlete. But above all, thank you so much for your time.
Yep, thank you too.